Welcome back. I'm going to give this one more try before I give up for the day. As you can see, my score has dropped tremendously. Here, I have just been put in check. I think maybe, obviously, if I go this way, let's see, if I go that way, they can check me again, but I can block. Or here for that matter. But that doesn't help me a lot, I don't think. Because then their king comes in. Well, not if I go up. Well, if I go up, then the block wouldn't help, would it? They would just take. Let's see. Yeah, I think the F file is off limits because unless I go down. What if I go down? Then where does the rook go? I guess I could go here and head after that pawn, but then I could just move the pawn, protected by its adjacent pawn and the knight. But then the king can come in. And if I go here, yes, they can recheck and I can block. But again, then the king can come in and attack my passed pawns here. Now, my next thought is, what if I go here? They could follow up check, but then I'm behind their pawns and fairly quickly start wiping them out. But I have to get out of check. If I come down, they cannot say check again with the rook. But then they would just go after this one, right? Which I could then move up to protect with the knight. But now my king's over here, and these pawns and knight are undefended. And I can't get back up very easily because of his pawn. So that makes me think I should go here. Okay. Well, that took 2 minutes, but I figured out one move. And again, I think my job is to go attack White's pawns here. They definitely would not have a follow-up check if I move my king this way. They could then attack here, but I could come back around to protect. Or if I move here, they come after the pawns and the knight. I can just advance this pawn to protect it with this one. Let them have the knight, because then I promote soon. Oh, again, I overthought that. It only wanted 2 moves. Move to the D file, move to the E file. Okay. Deep breath, calm down. I'm in big trouble here. Big trouble. I'm down a piece. I'm in check. If I go this way, they follow it with my queen in the background. If I go this way, they could follow it, and then I escape. Would they have a follow-up check there? Because I'm one move from checkmate on their end. That's the thing here. Either that or this, for that matter, I believe is checkmate on that end. So all I have to do is avoid a continuous check here. Going here, again, their queen follows. I'm in check again. Then I have choices here or here. I don't know why I keep changing the arrow colors to be more confusing. But yeah, if they followed me, check. I have 2 escape options, but either way, they can trade off the queen, and they're left with the bishop, and I'm out of luck. So what if I go here to get out of check? Because those are my only 2 options. they follow either one of these are their only follow-up checks. Then I get out. Then if they follow up check, I can just take the queen, right? Okay. Oh, I did not see that follow-up check. Okay. I should have seen that. I thought that those, of course, the queen can go more spaces than those two. Okay. So I'm in check again. Obviously, if I come back, they can just continue to put me in check, or even here, or here, all kinds of places. If I go forward, they get my queen. If I go here, they get my queen. If I go here, they can sacrifice queens, and they're left with the bishop. But that, out of the 3 possible places I can move, wait, oh my goodness. Oh goodness, I'm slow. Oh my goodness. They just hung their queen. What in the world? Okay, yeah, I don't understand that puzzle at all. They just hung their queen when they could have followed up check on these squares. Okay. Okay, I mean, I understand what I was supposed to do. I didn't understand what the computer was doing to me. Here, I'm in trouble a little bit. The bishop guards the next square that my pawn wants to go to. So I can't move my only pawn forward for promotion, which I desperately need to do to win this game. They have a clear path to promotion, which I can't easily get to because, let's see, well, going backwards wouldn't help me catch that pawn, but also that one would result in me getting captured. Going forward, that would be a check, but I would be that's a horrible arrow. I would be captured here. Going here, I would be captured. Is there no way to dislodge this bishop? What about this? What about that? Blocks the bishop. If it comes to take my knight, I take it and then I promote. That has to be it. There's no other way to win this game, right? Because I can't stop this pawn. But it has 3 moves. So let's say, move the knight here. If they capture, I capture, and then we're back where we started with the pawns. Or they just go, and I go, and they go, and I promote first. Then I'm guarding their promotion square. That's got to be the answer. Okay. Okay. Let us see. Have a check. Which is easily blocked. Trying to figure out why they moved here when they could have started checking me. They don't quite have checkmate yet because my rook guards this square, but they're really close. Really close. I must have had a piece here, like maybe a bishop or something, putting them in check, so they were basically required to do that, or almost forced. Okay, but now they're up. They're up a rook and a knight. And a pawn. 2 pawns. So I'm in desperate straits here. Almost ready to be checkmated if this rook is not there. But I have checks to pursue. So check, block, then what? If I check here, the king just moves out of the way. Okay, but then I could follow with that. And then it would move out of the way again. And it wouldn't do me any good to take this other rook because checkmate, right? I am... Oh my goodness. I have a check here, which they would not escape this way, I think, because of this. Protected by the pawn. Then they'd just have to go back, and then I would take this rook, and they would still be in check. And this rook would still be guarding this spot. And then, I mean, they could come back. But then I would come back here and say check. Oh my goodness. So it's got to be either this or this. And I have to figure out which one's better. If I do this, check here, they go there, and that's the end of my checking possibilities. Right? Because I can't come back down with the queen here because of this rook. So maybe that's better. I go check. They can't escape, so they would have to block. Then I suppose I could do this check. But then wouldn't the king just escape here? And if it did, then I could come... Whoa, sorry. Okay, let me follow this up. Check. Has to block, no choice. I believe that's a forced move. Then I say check here. And the king would have two options. It could either run this way, which then we've already discussed what happens there. In addition to me capturing the rook, there's other follow-up checks. Or it would run this way. And I think it would run this way. And then if so, I could bring my queen right back here, and I think that would be checkmate. No, it wouldn't be checkmate, right? Yes, it would be. Okay. Good grief. It's hard to envision where the pieces are going to be after they all move. Okay, so now my rook is on this corner square. Sadly, no longer protecting me from checkmate. They block, so now their rook is on this square. Rook, rook, king. My turn. Then I say check here. It would be bad for them to move toward me and away from the defense of that rook because I would capture it. And then I think that actually might be checkmate. So maybe they would then go this way. My rook would be here. Remember, their rook would be here. And my queen would be over here. So they would go this way. I would bring my queen back to here, protected by my rook, and that would be checkmate. Okay, that took too long, and now this video has gone on too long, but I made progress. I'm going to stop. Thank you for watching.